Let's get you a live look at Minneapolis and Milwaukee. I can see some of that on the left side of the screen, that milkiness. I've been curious as far as what the live camera would look like. These are two areas that have been dealing with air quality concerns thanks to Canadian wildfire smoke. This is another story that we've been watching closely. So let's bring in not one, but two friends of the program, two chiefs, two great ones. We've got Leonard, Fox 9, that's out of the Twin Cities, their chief meteorologist, and sure. Tom Wachs. There's a lot of Foxes and numbers going on here, guys. Fox 6 Milwaukee chief meteorologist, Tom Wachs. Gentlemen, it's great to see you both. You've been dealing with this. You got a little ways to go before some rain later in the week. I guess we'll go sequentially, smoke from north to south, and start with you, Ian. What's the story been like here? We're talking about the upper Midwest and the worst air quality across the country.
Yeah, and parts of Minnesota back on Friday had some of the worst air quality in the world. You know, we're dealing with air quality index numbers at, say, 180 to 200. And I know the scale isn't here on the screen, but that basically means unhealthy air for everybody, even the most robust people affected with the eyes and the breathing. And, you know, we went through the weekend and the air quality index numbers were just awful. And you think about where we are, you know, most of these fires are burning anywhere between 400 to 1,000 miles north of us. They're burning in these vast forested wastelands of northern Canada, northern Saskatchewan, northern Manitoba, about 100,000 acres that are ripe and ready to burn. And people are saying around here, you know, how do they not get these fires under control? And I would tell you, it's simple. You know, I was born and raised in Canada. This part of Canada doesn't even have roads going into some of these areas that are massive, vast, forested wastelands with very small towns here and there. And, you know, once we get into those fires and we start talking about near surface smoke, it was awful. It was, you know, and for people who haven't experienced this, you taste a campfire in your mouth. It gets acrid on your eyes. It becomes hard to see buildings that are 3, 4, 5 blocks away. And you start thinking, well, we're doing everything inside. Everybody closed the windows. And that's not exactly summer fun time here in the upper Midwest. And I've got some friends in Canada. They all say, boy, you think it's bad where you are. Yeah. Man, it's been awful. But, you know, the big difference here, Ian, is we go from air quality index numbers back on Friday at 180 to 200 to air quality numbers today that are between, say, 50 and 80. So for people who have respiratory problems, the very old, the very young, sure, the air quality is still a bit of a problem. But for folks like, you know, you and I and Tom, who are fairly robust in nature, I think we're going to be okay. And we're actually in the waning phases. Tom, yes. Milwaukee, parts of Chicagoland, man, in it right now in a big way.
Tom, you've got the good news as far as the eventual improvement. And Ian talked about that smoky taste. He's got some whiskey at his house. Oh, yeah. That's good. That's the good stuff. This is the bad stuff. And it has the hazards like Ian was talking about. You've got showers that set up later this week, wind direction changes. Are you expecting a fairly quick recovery?
Yeah, in fact, we've already seen the blue skies here in the Milwaukee area. So it's kind of shifted south to Chicago and southeast of us now, where the worst of it is. I've actually got a little portable handheld meter here where I'm watching what's called the particulate matter 2.5, which is what we look at for that surface-based smoke. And I'll tell you, I've got a weather station at my house as well. Last night and this morning, particularly bad here in southeastern Wisconsin, where levels are over 8 times what they are right now earlier this morning. And it was really interesting because in the morning hours, we have what's called an inversion setup where we get cooler here at the surface, but it's warmer higher up. So that smoke got stuck in that lower layer near the surface. So we're breathing it in, like Ian said, kind of tastes like a campfire, right? And then once the sun came out, we started to heat things up. That plume started moving east. Well, the blue skies started coming back out. So we're improving here in the Milwaukee area, and I think that will continue here as we head throughout the week as well.
Yeah, Tom, I know that there are some eyebrows that went up on the 15th floor. Surely that's pretty cool. You got that device to measure particulate matter. We're going to need.
Hold on.
We're going to need one of those.
I don't have one of those. Where did we get one of these fancy things? Milwaukee gets
Just
everything. I'm telling you.
Send me a message. I'm telling you, it's all nerd alert over here for sure.
Yes, there are some corporate cards that are coming out. Tom might be out chiefing Ian right now. We'll see.
You guys are so great.
Hey, two of the best. So we're glad to see improving conditions. We know you guys will both keep us updated. That's the great Ian Leonard and Tom Wachs. Great to catch up with you both. We'll talk soon. Thank you.
See you guys.